Hello, everyone. This is Doug Davis, principal broker, broker in charge at Corumbie Realty, and here with another session of Ask Doug. And we closed a property actually this morning, and the former owner left things. So, and the tenant that they had also left possessions. So if you're in a rental situation, a rental agreement, and the tenant vacates the property, quits the property, is gone, but leaves possessions, what in the world do you do with them? I mean, what do you do if they leave furniture, beds, bathroom items, clothing, a car? What do you do with all that stuff? What if they just disappear and you can't find them? Or they call and time goes on, but you got to re-rent it, and they don't seem to be doing anything. It just seems to be abandoned. So the rental agreement has some indication of what you do, and I'll just read it to you. So it's abandonment of possessions. So if the tenant is absent from the unit for 20 continuous days or more without written notice and has not paid the rent, landlord shall consider the unit abandoned. So that's one criteria. Here's another. If tenant wrongfully quits or abandons or otherwise moves out of the unit and leaves any personal property which the landlord determines to be of value, so the landlord gets to say if it has value or not, landlord may store, sell, or donate the items, but landlord must first contact the tenant by mailing tenant a notice. So you want to do that with leaving a trace that you sent it. So you go to the post office and go by that procedure. And then after 15 days, landlord will advertise the items for sale or may donate the items to a charitable organization. Any proceeds from a sale after expenses will be held for 30 days and afterwards will be forfeited to the landlord. If the landlord determines the abandoned personal property is of no value, landlord may dispose of such personal property without further notice or liability. So a used bed, landlord, no value. Chest of drawers, no value, and so forth. But some of the things are going to be perhaps questionable. We just had a property where they left 2 cows. What do you do with that? They left 2 cows, and we'll find out today, but they may have left dogs. And although the landlord may find no value with such things, what do you do with that? I mean, you're going to have to take care of the animals, feed the animals, give them water, attention. Property management's just great. These are just crazy things that come up. But for the most part, you're in town, you're in a condo, you're in a house, and it's personal property. They leave it, and landlord can assess it as no value and get rid of it. Otherwise, if it does have value, then they have to store it, and they have to wait for the 15 and 30 days, as I mentioned, in order to be able to get access to the money from it, or to dispossess it. So that's interesting. So that's what you do when you're a landlord and you have these things to deal with. That's what the law allows. So hopefully that's helpful. This comes up from time to time. Not everyone leaves the property like that. Most people take every last thing that they have and go, but occasionally you get some weird things like this. That's it. And if you have any any Ask Doug questions, love to hear from you. And if you have any real estate needs, please contact me for listing, selling, or property management. Love to hear from you. Okay, that's it. Until next week, love to hear from you. Aloha.